Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Knight Gymnasium, home of the Jesuit High Crusaders. We have an afternoon matchup here today between the South Medford Panthers and the Jesuit High Crusaders. I'm Christian Thurley. Along with me is Ben Blessington. Ben, great to be here again.
Yeah, it was a good game last night as Jesuit took on North Medford, eventually won, and now they're going to play South Medford today. Definitely going to be a good game.
Yeah, we saw a great game last night. We even saw a great game right before this game between Jesuit's JV team and South Medford's JV team, which ended up as a 54-49 victory for the Crusaders. Leading the way for the Jesuit Crusaders JV team was Chris Tennant with 15 points, so great output by Tennant there. And hopefully we can see a great output here by the varsity team.
Yeah, definitely. As we get into this varsity game, let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups for Jesuit. You got number 15, the senior, Reed Busey. You got number 11, Cameron Parker. 14, Richard McAvoy. Number 20, Colin Landry. And the big player last game, number 24, Malcolm Porter, had a huge game yesterday against North Medford. Jesuit's definitely going to lean on him in his guard presence. All-around player here.
Yeah, you definitely got that right. Malcolm Porter finishing with 23 points last night. And then also Cameron Parker, one of the other starters, finishing with 17. And the starting lineup for the South Medford Panthers, Caleb Franklin at the guard, Connor Carroll on the wing, Ascari Carter at point guard, Cameron English in the post, and Josh Washington in the post.
McAvoy will take the tip for Jesuit. South Medford wins it. Caleb Franklin with a nice pass. Cameron English with the ball. North Medford doing a good job. South Medford doing a good job of sharing the rock, and that's a nice shot there. Won't fall. Good rebound. Jesuit comes up and now is going to look to push it down to Malcolm Porter. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Cameron English.
That was a good shot, though, by Malcolm Porter pushing the ball up. We like to see Jesuit push the ball up, push the tempo. And with the size discrepancy between Jesuit and the South Medford team, you know, that could play a huge factor in tonight's game.
Yeah, it's a nice post move, and the foul is going to be called on Jesuit. Josh Washington will go to the line for two. First team foul for Jesuit, and that was a huge part of last game. Yesterday, Jesuit had a ton of fouls, but was also able to get to the line. Fouls played a key part in their win against North Medford last game out.
Yeah, it looks like South Medford's really attacking the weakness of this Jesuit team early on, the size, as they've gone into their post, both plays down the court. Able to come out with 2 points that trip.
Now Busey going to look to spread it around the perimeter to Porter. Porter for three, off the line. Great defensive play by Jesuit. Nice hustle play, can't get anything to fall. Layups are just falling off. They're gonna get it to fall at some point.
Yeah, it just looks like there's a lid on the basket right now. Really, like you put it best, they aren't getting anything to go in the hoop.
A foul is now called.
2 quick fouls on Ryan McAvoy for Jesuit.
Coach Potter having a word with McAvoy as he'll be subbed out. A quick shot now by South Medford. No good. Jesuit struggling to get the rebound, and that's going to be off the Crusaders. It's going to be South Medford ball.
South Medford here early on getting a lot of great looks at the basket, but like Jesuit having similar problems, perhaps maybe being on a Saturday game that they just can't get the buckets to fall early.
Yeah, Jesuit's definitely going to be a little tired. They just played last night. It was only, like, if you think about it, it's only like 12 hours ago they played their last game. Definitely fatigue is going to be something that's going to coming as a factor in this game. Definitely going to have to do a lot of substitutions. As now South Medford works the post and gets it inside to Josh Washington. Has all their points so far as South Medford comes out to a quick 4-0 to lead.
And it looks like South Medford's in a 2-3 zone to start out here.
Now Busey with the ball. Look to pop it. We'll hit it to Porter. Jesuit shooters are going to be key tonight. That one's off the mark. That was Colin Landry on the last shot. Now a great steal by Jesuit. Cameron Parker driving. Gets the foul and the bucket.
That was a great steal there by Cameron Parker and a great finish through the contact. The foul called on number 11, Caleb Franklin.
Early on, you see Jesuit pushing South Medford when they're inbounding it and playing full court defense. They've been able to get these turnovers, but they haven't been able to translate them into buckets. But Parker makes up for it now as he has an opportunity to get a three-point play. And he converts. Jesuit's free throw shooting, as we said earlier, was a key part of their win against North Medford. So it's definitely going to come in handy again today, taking their free points.
Yeah, you mentioned their really good free throw shooting as they only missed like 2 or 3 free throws last night, which is really good for an entire game.
Good rebound there by Porter. Now Busey looking for the three, won't take it. Take the step back jumper, can't get it to fall. Rebound by South Medford, and they'll look to push it. A nice little spin move there, inside, bounces off a couple people's feet. There's a whistle blown. Says Jesuit ball.
We're seeing a really up-tempo game so far to this point. Run and gun basketball, 3 minutes in. Seeing both sides push the tempo early on. I think both teams like to play that style of game.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Now Cameron Parker has the ball. Passes it to Porter. Parker now with the ball. Kicks it to Porter. Now to Busey, as we said yesterday, there is no shot clock in Oregon High School's athletics, so it's definitely going to be key for Jesuit to hold on to the ball and just look for the good shot. You're not rushed. If they get a good shot there, that was number 20, Colin Landry with the bucket as Jesuit takes the lead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Jesuit will allow South Medford to sit back in that 2-3 zone as long as they can get an open shot and a good look at the basket, and shots will start falling as the game goes on.
South Medford now kicks it out. Cameron English with the ball. Connor Carroll, and that's a nice steal by Jesuit. Jesuit pushing it up the court. Can't get the bucket, but he'll get the foul. 2 opportunities at the line now.
Jesuit's defense here early on is relentless. It's already a couple steals for the Crusaders, ending on either fouls or fast break buckets.
Landry makes his first. Dilla Brown now in for Busey.
For the Crusaders, Alex Delabro.
It's up. Okay.
And Colin Landry gets his second one at the line. As Jesuit is now on a 7-0 run after South Medford got out to a quick 4-0 lead. Great defense so far by the Crusaders. Franklin with the ball, trying to look the ball inside, and he'll throw it out of bounds.
That Jesuit defensive pressure really making things difficult here for South Medford, making them throw a couple wild passes, force a couple turnovers, and you have to imagine that Gene Potter's happy about that defense.
That whistle is blown as well. Foul on Malcolm Porter.
Malcolm Porter charged with the foul, his first.
It's his first foul of the game.
First half, out of bounds underneath.
Malcolm Porter with the huge night last night. We'll hope to see if he can continue that here into today's game.
Now Franklin with the ball. Jesuit wants to travel, but they won't get it. They'll get the steal. Now Jesuit pushing it up the floor, trying to get the layup, and they'll get it, and the foul. Cameron Parker coming out. He came to play so far today. Great defensive efforts and getting buckets at the rim.
We've seen Cameron Parker many times throughout this season finish through contact against bigger defenders, and that's a great attribute to have, especially in a game of basketball.
He'll knock that, make that a three-point play. He's had 2 of those tonight. Jesuit now on a 10-4 run, 10-0 run rather. Score is 10-4. As Reed Busey will check in. Huge possession now for South Medford to get something going offensively. They've really cooled off. It's Caleb Franklin with the jumper. Can't get it to fall. And they won't get the rebound.
Good defense once again by Jesuit, scrambling around, really not making it easy on South Medford. They're forced to take a difficult shot with a hand in the face.
Cameron Parker comes out, and Reed Busey checks in, along with Chuka Meekum. Meekum will take the shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound for South Medford, as they're now going to push it up the floor. Now South Medford will have an opportunity at the line to get some points.
That was a good take there by number 30, Askari Carter. Able to draw the foul and looking to end the Jesuits' 10-0 run here on offense.
They will. Askari Carter makes his first one. He'll take his second one right now. And he gets 2. Jesuits lead now cut down to 4. As Reed Busey takes it up the floor. Inside, make the Jesuit lead now down to 2, 10-8 so far, with about a minute and a half left in the first quarter.
South Medford really taking advantage of their size inside, as almost all their points so far today have come from the post.
Now Busey trying to get it inside to Landry. He won't get it.
Justin Crash coming into the game for Chuka Meekum.
South Medford now looking to tie this game up. Caleb Franklin with the ball, dishes it. South Medford for 3. They get it to fall. That was number 30, Askari Carter. And they'll take the lead with about 47 seconds to go in the first quarter, as now Busey taking it up the floor. And Coach Potter will now put in Malcolm Porter. Try to put an end to the South Medford run. Busey pump fakes. Looking for the shot. Won't get it. He'll get a foul, though.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that South Medford was on a run. That's coming off of Jesuit's 10-0 run, and South Medford scored 7 unanswered here so far.
Malcolm Porter checks back in. Taylor Brown looks for the quick 3. Now to Porter. Now Justin Crash driving inside. It looks like it fell off his leg. Caleb Franklin taking it up the court. And it's stolen by De La Brow. Pass it to Porter. And Porter's going to slow it down for the rest of the first quarter. Looking to get a good shot here. 8 seconds left. Now to Busey. Now to Justin Crash. Now Dalebrow with the force 3. Can't get it to fall.
Scorpion to 1/4. South Medford 11, Jesuit 10.
And at the end of the first quarter, South Medford leading the Crusaders by a score of 11-10.
Coach Potter was really frustrated at the end of that half. He wanted a specific shot and he couldn't get it. Definitely.
A little bit of announcement coming up this weekend. The Jesuit Booster Club is selling beautiful noble fir trees this weekend in the main parking lot. That's the field parking lot. Please support Jesuit Athletics by purchasing your Christmas tree at Jesuit either today or tomorrow.
That's a nice little ad.
Yeah, the lot is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. So stop by and pick up your Christmas tree if you haven't already.
What are some things you liked that you saw from Jesuit in the first quarter?
I really like their defensive effort out there. They allowed a couple easy points down low towards the end of that first quarter, but early on they were able to get a lot of great looks, able to create some steals and get some points off turnovers. Obviously, not having Ryan McAvoy in the game has been huge because he had those 2 early fouls about a minute into the game, so having one of your starters out for the entire first quarter is tough for the Crusaders.
At some point, they're going to have to put him back in, though. Coach
And
Potter
here
will
he
keep him
comes.
out. And here he comes, you're right. Because now South Medford going to try to look it up. Jesuit playing their up-tempo defense, and they're going to call travel. That's a travel on number 42, Josh Washington. He's had a pretty big game so far now. Knocking down a pair of free throws as Ryan McAvoy checks back in. Definitely going to watch his fouls since he's got 2 early on.
I wonder if we'll still see McAvoy guarding the post with those 2 early fouls.
Definitely going to be something interesting to watch as it goes inside to McAvoy. Kicks it to Porter. Now Busey has it. Busey inside to McAvoy. McAvoy with the jumper, and just bounces out. 9 out of 10 times that will fall for McAvoy. Got to keep taking those looks. Now a great driving bucket by number 11, Caleb Franklin for South Medford. Really good move to the basket. Now Jesuit, a key possession here. They got to get something going. Inside to McAvoy. Under the hoop, and it falls.
Ryan McAvoy.
That was a good finish there by Ryan McAvoy, going reverse around the rim to avoid getting his shot blocked by the big defender.
Now Jesuit going to push it up the court. Up-tempo offense. Inside, and the foul. Won't get a bucket.
Looks like they'll call the foul on the floor.
Ascari Carter, number 30.
Coach Gene Potter calling box. The inbound play. Malcolm Porter gets the banker. A nice little floater shot there to boost Jesuit's confidence as they take the lead 14-13. Now a 3-point shot now. Rebound by McAvoy. They won't call him on that foul. Definitely questionable. He could have gotten his 3rd foul there as now Jesuit pushes it up the court. Porter kicks it back to Parker. Parker with the floater off the glass. Beautiful shot there by Cameron Parker to take the 3-point lead.
The floaters being kind to Jesuit here early on as Cameron Parker and Malcolm Porter both scoring on the last 2 possessions off floaters that banked off the glass.
Definitely is now Ascari Carter. Stolen by Malcolm Porter. And he'll just lay it in. Oh, but he misses it. Malcolm Porter misses an easy layup.
We've seen
prematurely called that.
Yeah, well, we've seen Malcolm Porter miss a lot of easy shots here early on. I think really there is a lid on the basket for him.
Well, he had such a huge game yesterday. That was just an unlucky miss for him.
Yeah, you talk about how McAvoy would have hit those shots 9 times out of 10 when he missed that elbow shot. I'm pretty sure that that's the only time we'll ever see Malcolm Porter miss that shot.
As Jesuit leads 16-13 with about 5:45 left in the second quarter. It's definitely going to be key for them to keep their offensive momentum going. There's been a little on the basket a little bit for Jesuit so far, getting good looks. It's not like they haven't gotten any good looks. They're getting plenty of good shots, just haven't been falling for them. But they're fortunate to still have the lead here.
Yeah, we've seen both sides take a lot of great looks at the basket, but just shots aren't falling today. Maybe as the game goes on, the players will start to warm up and we'll see more shots falling.
Porter will now attempt his free throws. He'll make that. That was a one-on-one opportunity. So he'll get another one.
It's got to be a huge confidence boost for Porter to see the ball go through the basket.
And he'll get it again. As Jesuit now takes a 5-point lead. Caleb Franklin now inside, great dish. That's the number 22, Connor Carroll. Great pass there by Caleb Franklin to Connor Carroll. Really set up a good look there. Now Busey with the ball. Inside dishes it. No good. Rebound. Jesuit really hustling to the ball here, as now Reed Busey able to track it down at the other side of the court.
Jesuit holding onto the ball here. Working around to get a good shot with Medford playing in this 2-3 zone.
Yeah, definitely got to find their shot early on. As now Malcolm Porter going to shoot that three, and he'll get it to fall.
3-point bucket for Malcolm Porter.
That's a three.
Malcolm
now making a 6-point lead for Jesuit.
Malcolm Porter missing that layup, but now he's come back, hit a three-pointer to extend the Jesuit lead to 6.
Yes, confidence definitely got to be much higher. Foul on Caleb Franklin.
They're going to call him for an illegal screen.
Now Reed Busey will take it up. Nice shot there by Matthew Hickman. Won't get it to fall. Caleb Franklin with the ball now. That was Ray Benford with the ball. He dished it.
We've seen a lot of the points for South Medford here come in the post. We've mentioned it before, but they just seem to keep going back and back to the post.
Yeah, South Medford definitely has some really huge post players. Most notably number 42, Josh Washington at 6'6", only a junior.
And they have Cameron English, who's listed as 6'9", so a couple of big bodies there for South Medford, which could really cause trouble for Jesuit with their tallest player being Matt Hickman, who's 6'4".
Yeah, definitely this team is much more, is a lot taller than Jesuit. Definitely when you have a player that's only a couple inches off of 7 feet, it's definitely going to help South Medford out. Now a good shot here by Jesuit, but it won't fall. There's definitely a little in the basket, but they still have 21 points, and they're up by 5. But I think that a lot of that is attributed to their defense. Like right there, they got a key steal here. Now Busey gonna look to push it up. Porter won't take it, but Busey won't either. He'll take the step back jumper. Can't get it to fall. Great hustle.
Parker almost coming up with a nice steal.
Yeah, even though he didn't get it that time, he's gotten it a couple times earlier this game. Definitely doing a good job of playing up tempo and not letting them, get lazy with the ball. Now Caleb Franklin with the ball. The drive in, look for that shot, he won't take it.
The ball game for the Panthers, Askari Carter return.
In comes Askari Carter.
That Jesuit pressure on defense forcing the bad pass by South Medford and regaining possession for their team.
Now Parker takes it up. Dishes it up to Reed Busey. Kicks it up to Malcolm Porter. Parker. To Landry, and he'll get it stolen. South Medford now gonna push it up the court. They lose the ball. Parker with the ball. Now Busey. Busey, good pass inside to Colin Landry, but he can't get it to fall. That's gonna be a jump ball.
It's like a rugby scrum down there with all those people.
Yeah, definitely been a scrappy type of effort for Jesuit.
Into the ball game for South Medford, number 41, is Cameron English.
Now South Medford taking it up the court. A nice shot there. Can't get it to fall. Be Jesuit ball.
Just under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Jesuit with a 5-point lead over South Medford.
Porter now to Delabro. Now Parker dishes to Porter. Busey to Parker. And he gets it. That's a 3-ball for Jesuit as they take an 8-point lead here. 24-16 with about a minute and 15 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
It was a good ball movement on that last possession by Jesuit. Saw Malcolm Porter make the extra pass to his wide open teammate who knocked down the 3.
Jesuit doing definitely a nice job early of passing the ball and setting up good shots. They've had a lot of them so far here today, even though a couple of them haven't been able to fall. They're still getting some of them to fall. Now we'll have an inbound pass here for Askari Carter. And South Medford, a huge possession here for South Medford. Inside. Oh, he's stolen by Busey. Busey gonna push it up to Parker. Parker for the easy layup, and he gets it. Double-digit lead here for the Jesuit Crusaders. Assist from Reed Busey. It's a 10-point lead now with about 40 seconds to go in the half. Carter. Can't get it to fall. Delabro. Oh. Lost control of the ball, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Jesuit will retain possession, though, as Parker will take the inbound pass with about 28.4 seconds in the half.
The referee wiping off a little water that could have been on the court. Jesuit will have the ball underneath their own basket.
Tries to get it inside to Reed Busey, but he won't get it. That's going to be a foul on Malcolm Porter.
Malcolm Porter charged with the foul. His second.
Malcolm Porter picks up his second foul. That will send number 34, Caleb Rayburn, to the line. Another tall player for South Medford, listed at 6'5", a senior.
He'll be shooting the front end of a 1-and-1.
Just hits the back of the iron, as now Busey has it. Be interesting to see what the Crusaders do. Do they keep the foot on the gas pedal and push it up? My guess is they'll slow it down, and this looks like what they will be doing. This is about 10 seconds left in the half. Good hustle and to make the recovery by Parker. Parker kicks it to Landry, and he gets the three. As the buzzer goes off, Colin Landry makes a three. A huge momentum shifter. Not necessarily shifter, but gainer for Jesuit as they gain a 13-point lead here.
Yeah, extending that lead from 10 to 13, that's huge, especially after that big shot by Colin Landry as the time expired.
Welcome back to the second half here in Knight Arena as Jesuit has a 13-point lead here against South Medford.
South Medford starting the second half still in that 2-3 zone that they started the first half with.
It's not really working so far here as Jesuit's able to put up 30 points in the first half. That's definitely something interesting to watch, but Jesuit has had plenty of opportunities with open shots. The problem for Jesuit in the first half was the ball was not hitting the bottom of the net. It looked like as you said earlier, it looks like the basket had a lid on it and that nothing was falling.
Yeah, and the Jesuit defense doing a great job here against South Medford, only allowing 16 points in that first half, despite the Panthers having 3 guys over 6'5".
Yeah, size hasn't really mattered so far here for South Medford. Now Colin Landry dishes it to Busey. Passes back and forth. Between Landry and Busey. Now Busey has the ball in the corner. A nice little jumper. Can't get it to fall. Malcolm Porter with the rebound.
Ryan McAvoy with those long arms, able to get that offensive rebound, another possession for his side.
Yeah, we talk about, as Reed Busey knocks down the 3. Makes it 32-16. A 16-point lead here now for Jesuit. We talk about size on South Medford, having plenty of players well over 6 feet tall. This definitely hasn't played a factor as Jesuit's actually matched up pretty well. Even though they're shorter, they have longer arms. They have as long as arms and have been hustled even harder as Malcolm Porter takes a shot. Looks like he's all right, though.
And of all the people that Jesuits had guarding their posts, they've had the 5'10" Ryan McAvoy with the extremely long arms guarding their post players.
Yeah, he's actually been doing a really good job of locking down. He wasn't able to really play much in the first quarter because he got off to 2 quick fouls. But he's definitely been a key presence of getting back Jesuit the lead. Jesuit was down for a little bit and was really ice-cold shooting, and McAvoy came in and really lit the fire.
Speaking of fouls, one of the post players.
As Landry knocks down a corner 3. Make it 35-16.
One of the post players, Cameron English for South Medford, has 3 fouls, which could be a factor here later on in the game.
Yeah, Cameron English, the senior, 6'9". It's incredible that he's playing high school basketball, but he hasn't been much of a factor here because he's come out with 3 early fouls. Really, definitely something to watch. He's so crucial to the South Medford team, and it's hard for them not to have him out here on the court. They're going to have to put him in at some point.
A little bit of announcement. Our annual food drive has started, and it's running through December 16th with the alumni food drive following right in its footsteps. This year, we hope to sponsor 60 or more families with foods and gifts and deliver to about another 300 families during our school food drive. Remember to bring your canned food and donations to help families during this Christmas season.
Yeah, definitely great cause there. The Scary Carter takes it up the court. Dribbling around. Great defense now by Reed Busey. And Carter back with the ball. Inside to English. Can't get it to fall. And that's Josh Washington who'll pick up the foul. And he'll get 2 at the line.
Looks like in that timeout, the South Medford head coach told his team to attack the post with the size advantage that they have, and we saw it there, getting multiple chances to tip it in at the rim.
As Washington knocks down his first. Yeah, number 41 and 42, Cameron English and Josh Washington, 6'9" and 6'6", respectively. That's definitely a huge advantage they have over Jesuit is the size, as Washington will make his second one to make the lead 35-18 for Jesuit. Now Reed Busey will take it up. And Malcolm Porter with the ball. Kicks it to Parker. Jesuit definitely calling some really nice plays here early on, getting the man open, really having some nice shots here like this one.
Yeah, it looks like they've switched. Looks like they're still in a zone on defense, but a little confused defensively.
Yeah, they don't look like they exactly know what exactly defense they're playing. Maybe a new defensive scheme that they're running here. It's not working as a almost was able to set Parker up for 3, but they'll set Busey up. He won't take it. Behind the back dribble, still has the ball, and they're gonna call a foul. Yeah, definitely some up-tempo defense coming out for South Medford in the second half. That's something you didn't see a lot in the first half, but they've done a good job of having up-tempo and high pressure on Jesuit.
Yeah, we saw them sit back in a 2-3 zone a lot in the first half, which allowed Jesuit to work the ball around the perimeter and look for an open shot.
Now Parker has the ball. Driving inside, Parker kicks it out to Matthew Hickman for 3, can't get it to fall. 2 big men were fighting for the rebound there. But Cameron English will come up with it. Now Carter with the ball. As it's stolen by Colin Landry. Now kicks it to Reed Busey. Landry, pass it to Busey. Jesuit doing a really nice job. They've had a strong second and third quarters so far. Really setting up the plays nicely, playing good defense. They've done everything great. As now Matthew Hickman set up for a nice 3, and he can't get it to fall. But he gets back on defense. Because now Askari Carter will now take it up the court. Key defensive possession here for Jesuit. Gotta get a stop, and they're gonna get called for a foul. But that's on the floor, as South Medford will inbound it.
Colin Landry, the foul is first into the ball game for the Crusaders. Alex Delabro.
Delabro checking into the game for Cameron Parker.
Oh, they can't get it to fall. Rebound by Josh Washington. It's a foul now as Washington will go to the line again. Well, both teams here coming off a win. South Medford defeated Springfield 67-50. But unfortunately they just lost 67-62. Jesuit 2-0 on the season, and South Medford 1-1. As Josh Washington misses the first. That's his first miss of the day, and he's been at the line 5 times already. Or 5 shots, rather.
Yeah, Josh Washington, that size and size really helped him get to the rim and draw fouls going his way up to the basket.
Well, he makes that one. That cuts the Jesuit lead to 16 points here for the Crusaders. As now Malcolm Porter has the ball, kicks it inside to Hickman, and it's stolen by Askari Carter. He's gonna push it up the court. They're gonna call a blocking foul, it looks like, on De La Brow. Jesuit getting called for a lot of fouls here early in the second half.
South Medford yet to make a basket this half. All of their points this half have come at the free throw line.
As Ray Benford checks in for South Medford. Askari Carter, nice driving. Pass to Washington, who dunks it! A great dunk by Josh Washington. A two-handed slam there.
That dunk could be a huge momentum shifter for South Medford as Washington went up and threw it down with 2 hands.
Washington sitting at 6'6" and long arms. A freak of an athlete, able to get a dunk there, and he rejects Matthew Hickman. Now South Medford playing with some momentum here. Only down 14. If they can get it to single digits, it's in reach. Now driving inside, won't get it to fall. Matthew Hickman can't get the rebound. Dives to the ground. They're gonna say he got it, but he was out of bounds. That's gonna be South Medford ball.
Parker checking into the game for the Crusaders.
I think Josh Washington has been one of the few bright spots so far for South Medford. Really done it all on defense, blocking shots, getting that crazy dunk, two-handed slam just a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, he's really taking advantage of the size matchup that he has against Colin Landry.
Yeah, he's putting the team on his back, so to speak. Askari Carter kicks it to English. English driving in, kicks it. South Medford for 3. Ooh, almost falls as Matthew Hickman able to get the rebound. Struggled to grasp the ball, and the rebound's just slipping out of his hands, but he got that one.
You've seen a little bit of a momentum shift ever since Ryan McAvoy came out of the game. Not being able to guard their big post player. He's done a great job of shutting him down. But ever since he's been out, South Medford's had a lot of fouls or free throw attempts, and they had that dunk.
As Jesuit goes back to their key shot, the floater. Cameron Parker with a beautiful floater. And now Askari Carter comes back with a quick bucket of his own. South Medford doing a really nice job of responding to everything Jesuit's thrown at them. They're not going away yet. They have some playmakers on this team. Reed Busey wanted that three. He'll take this one. Just off the mark. Hickman gets the rebound, but a whistle is blown.
Call Matt Hickman for pushing off to get that rebound.
Malcolm Porter checks in as Colin Landry comes out. And Carter will take it up the court.
Looks like they'll put Reed Busey on Washington.
Busey definitely a leader of this team. One of the few seniors as the ball goes inside to Washington. Ooh, as Reed Busey takes a shot to the nose.
And they'll call a foul on Busey.
Looks like he took an elbow to the face. But he's okay. Holding his jaw. Definitely a painful little shot there by Josh Washington, who's at the line again for his 4th time.
Couple of unhappy people around us. Definitely a questionable call made by the referees, as Josh Washington will go to the line for 2.
As Washington makes his first. Yeah, definitely a questionable call. It's a thin line to decide who that foul would have been on. Definitely Jesuit having the home field advantage, so that obviously the fans around us want that foul to be called on Washington as he nails down his second one to cut this Jesuit lead down to 12 now. It's a whole new game if they can get it to single digits before the 4th quarter. That's going to be huge.
Looks like they're sitting in more of a 3-2 zone to start, and they'll be switching a lot.
Yeah, definitely changing up their defensive scheme, trying to find out what's working. They've had some success so far, but the majority of the reason they're still in this game is because of their offense. Now Busey gonna pass it to Dallabrow. Now Parker with the ball. Gonna go ISO. Driving left. They're gonna call a blocking foul on South Medford. That's on Askari Carter. He has 4 so far, so it looks like he'll be coming out. Christian Hall Sutton checking in for Askari Carter. Carter did a really good job so far setting up baskets for these Panthers.
Busey up top.
Now Parker. Inside to Busey. Gets it. Kicks it to Dallabrow. Kicks it out to Busey. He wanted the 3, but he won't take it.
Looks like South Medford's now in a man defense.
Now Hickman kicks it to Dallabrow. Inside to Malcolm Porter. He gets the bucket and the foul, but they're going to wave it out.
They're going to say that
they're going to call the foul before the shot, so it's going to be Jesuit ball.
Call Washington for the hold.
Call on Josh Washington. The MVP so far for South Medford is Reed Busey's able to get the bucket and the foul. Reed Busey.
A great play design there by Jesuit to free up Busey off of the inbound pass and get the easy layup. And great shot by Busey to finish through the contact.
Has an opportunity to make it a 3-point play and extend this Jesuit lead to 15. But he will not do that. Jesuit lead still at 14 as South Medford now pushing it up the court.
Foul at the end of the quarter. Call on Dallabrow.
Alex Dallabrow picks up his 3rd personal foul.
Hall Sutton to take the free throws for South Medford.
He'll knock it down. To cut the lead to 13 for Jesuit, he has an opportunity to make it 12. 12-point lead here for Jesuit, leading 39-27 as the start of the fourth quarter will be kicking off in about a minute.
Hall sitting there hitting those huge free throws and unfazed by the Jesuit student section over there.
Yeah, taking advantage of free points is definitely something that they've liked to do. Well, did you know that proceeds from the JHS Spirit Store benefit the Rupee Fund, which provides tuition assistance to students? Definitely, if you're on the Jesuit campus, come by and visit the Spirit Store. It's located in the Smith Gym lobby or online at www.jesuitportland.org/Spirit Store. Head to the Spirit Store, check it out online for all of your JHS fan apparel needs. Something, get some Christmas gear there.
Yeah, you know, I
Sweatshirt.
think I'll be heading over to the Spirit Store right after this game to pick some stuff up.
A hoodie or a hat for a friend.
Hoodie, hat, jerseys. We got everything there.
Yep. They got pajamas there, too.
Do they actually? Might have to pick some of those up.
Yeah, for those of you who have the Christmas tradition of pajamas. I know our family does. Now Josh Washington driving inside, gets the layup. No, he can't get it, but his teammate will help him out. Caleb Rayburn with the bucket to make it 39-29. 10-point lead now for Jesuit. They've got to hold on. They did a good job yesterday against North Medford of keeping them out of it. But Jefferson, they struggled and let back in the game. Definitely going to be interesting to see if they can get some offensive momentum, and they do inside to Reed Busey, who will lay it in.
Looks like South Medford there. A little confused on defense as we've seen him switch to a man-to-man defense here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Coach Potter definitely wants Colin Landry to be less aggressive and just play good defense. As now Parker's going to bomb it deep to Malcolm Porter. Out of bounds, just overthrew it a little bit. Coach Potter rather have him miss long than miss short, and I agree with that too.
Yeah, because instead of a turnover, then it's just an inbound about 94 feet from their own basket.
And Malcolm Porter's also a fast guy. He can probably get there. Wasn't able to that time.
They're going to call a moving screen.
All of a sudden knocked down the three, but they won't get the points. Moving screen called.
As we see Ryan McAvoy back in the game with 3 fouls, so he'll have to be cautious out there.
Yeah, he's going to be on number 34, Caleb Rayburn, and probably play a little bit on Josh Washington, trying to shut down these South Medford post players. Really, the emphasis of their offensive attack is in the post, and having McAvoy back is definitely going to help that. As now Busey has the ball, and he's pickpocketed. He'll go out of bounds. Washington does it all, doesn't he? Plays great defense and offense in the post and up top like you just saw there.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a big guy, but looks like he can play a little bit of guard too.
He looks taller than 6'6".
I mean, the only thing we haven't seen him do is pop a couple threes.
Well, I mean, you know he's a good shooter because he's knocked down all of his free throws but one, as he's now at his 5th trip to the line, really getting to the line and converting when he gets there. He's a good shooter, he's good at driving, and he's good at all-around defense. Definitely a key player for them to have.
Both teams here are in the bonus, so for the rest of the game, we'll see both sides shooting free throws.
Now the Jesuit lead is down to 10 again. It'll be interesting to see if South Medford can finally get that crack to push it into single digits. Once you get into single digits, it's much easier. It just gets smaller and smaller.
I'm sure Jesuit, though, will take their time as Medford back into a zone after their man defense got eaten up.
A couple players have had a hard time grasping the ball, as Landry did there. Ball's just a little slick today. It's Parker inside to Landry. Gets the bucket. Great job by Colin Landry to stick with the play. Fade away and get a nice little jumper there. As McAvoy makes a great defensive steal there. Inside to Landry. Landry gets the layup, and Jesuit's pulling away here. Now up 14 points. A huge momentum shifter there, as South Medford will call a timeout to try to figure out how to stop this Jesuit attack. Jesuit leading 45-31 with 5:38 left in the fourth.
That last trip, that was a great defensive play by Ryan McAvoy, removing the chair from the big man, making him fall over and getting the steal. We saw him fall over, and Jesuit was able to come down, and Colin Landry hit a nice contested layup.
That was definitely something interesting to see. The Jesuits played really good defense early on here.
So, Ben, did you know that in late November, 43 Jesuit students and faculty attended the Ignatian Family Teach-In for Justice in Washington, D.C.?
No, I did not.
Yeah, well, students attended workshops and discussions on a variety of social justice issues, met with congressional members, and even visited several Jesuit high school alums. Students Brianna Correa and Sydney Dom spoke about gender inequality. You can watch their speech on our school news page on our JHS website.
Yeah, it's definitely something I better go check out.
You have to think with a 14-point lead and just over 5:30 left to go, South Medford's going to have to get something going here quick if they want to get back in this game.
Well, definitely, you know they can do it with their offensive attack. It's definitely going to be interesting to see if they can get the ball to Josh Washington. That's the only way they're going to get back in this game, is feeding the ball to him. He's been a beast so far, inside in the post and drawing fouls. It's going to be interesting to see how Jesuit plays him, possibly a double team here. But they won't do it. The ball slips out of Washington's hand, but he's able to recover it. Now kicked up to Carter. Carter inside with the lefty layup, and he gets it to fall. Jesuits lead back down to 12. Just really been a battle between 10 to 15 points. The lead has been for Jesuit. Just they haven't been able to break the door down. South Medford's been definitely just keeps hitting the door and making it, putting a crack in it, but they haven't been able to break it down yet.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of that yesterday as well. The lead stayed around 10 to 15 points, and Jesuit did come out on top with a 10-point win.
As Cameron Parker knocks in a layup.
Jesuit doing a nice job finding the holes in the zone.
As now Malcolm Porter going to push it up the court, loses the ball for a little bit. Now to Parker. Parker inside to Busey. Busey pumps and gets the bucket. Cameron Parker with the assist.
Perhaps fatigue starting to set in for the South Medford team, having to travel up from Medford here to Beaverton.
Well, Jesuit also has their own fatigue issues of their own. They just played last night. Definitely something hard to battle back from. But they've done a good job today, up 16. Really done a good job this year. They're undefeated, and they're looking to go 3-0.
Their defense really being a strong part of their winning, as we've seen the team get a lot of steals through the first 3 games of the season.
Yeah, Jesuit, watching all 3 of their games, including this one, it's definitely interesting to see. They haven't really had a strong weakness so far. Possibly their biggest weakness would just be in, drawing plenty of fouls. They get so many fouls this year. They got to learn to just, play a little lighter defense, but at the same time, their best aspect of their defensive playing is their aggressiveness. And if you play an aggressive defense, you're going to draw fouls.
Yeah, you got it right there. As we've seen in both the Medford schools that were here today and last night, and then Jefferson, they've all attempted a lot of free throws against this Jesuit side.
As English misses his second. Yeah, but that's something that comes with an aggressive style of team play. That's just what Jesuit's going to have to deal with.
Yeah, and with the lack of size, I think it's a good trade-off to have some fouls for some scrappy defense and get a lot of steals.
Yeah, key word on scrappy. Jesuit playing like a bunch of Patrick Beverleys.
A
nice tip-in by Cameron English, the 6'9" post player, tallest player here.
Really showing out here how tall he is as he gets a lot of offensive rebounds for South Medford.
Jesuit goes to their favorite floater look. Parker can't get it to fall. That's Cameron Parker's shot right there. Now English goes up. Basket's waved off, though. Yeah, Cameron Parker, you see him a lot of times when he's driving. He doesn't go for the layup. He goes for the floater. Maybe a distant relative of Tony Parker.
Yeah, we saw him shoot a lot of floaters last night, and he was able to hit a lot of them. We've noticed that South Medford really relying heavily on their post players now that McAvoy's out, going right into Cameron English every time.
McAvoy's back in, though.
McAvoy with 4 fouls. One more and he's disqualified. We'll see if he can stay out of foul trouble the last 3:48 of this game.
As English won't cut the lead to, he'll get his own rebound though. Can't cut the lead down to 10. Another foul is called, this time on South Medford. It's called on Cameron English.
Speaking of foul trouble, that's Cameron English's 4th foul, so he's one more from disqualification as well.
It's definitely going to be interesting to watch that battle. Both players at 4 fouls, 1 foul away from disqualification, as you said. So it's definitely going to be see if they're still going to have the same intensity as they normally would.
I think we'll see some great intensity from both players, especially since we're only 3 minutes, 43 seconds away from the end of this game. You got to put it all on the line no matter if you foul out or not.
As Busey knocks down his second to make it a 14-point lead. Yeah, I definitely think if this game was a little closer, they'd actually pull back a little on defense, but I think they can keep their aggressiveness still up there because it's not the end of the world if he fouls out. He's a great defensive piece, but at the same time, 14 points in 3.5 minutes is definitely, would be a huge feat if South Medford was able to do it.
That was a good defensive effort there by the Crusaders. McAvoy guarding the post and Colin Landry almost coming away with the steal. But unfortunately called for the foul for grabbing the arm of number 41, Cameron English.
Yeah, as we said earlier, Jesuit's such an aggressive defense. Definitely send a lot of teams to the line. And if the game plan of going against Jesuit has to be make your free throws. Jesuit's going to give you a lot of opportunities, as Cameron English isn't able to do that. You got to take advantage of how many times Jesuit's going to send you to the line.
Yeah, there are a lot of big men nowadays that really can't hit free throws.
Dwight Howard.
Yeah, as we see a rare lane violation there.
Yeah, I was watching his toe, and I was wondering if he was over the line. The refs did, too, and they called it. Yeah, definitely when you have a post player that struggles to make free throws, you definitely like to foul him. A hack of Dwight.
Hack a Shaq.
Hack a Cameron English.
I don't know if that'll work.
Hack a Cam. Yeah, well, Josh Washington's knocked down his free throws, though. You can't say he hasn't done his part. He's only missed 1 free throw, and he's been to the line for 7 points from the line. That's huge.
And Jesuit as a team, they've done really well here tonight, knocking down their free throws. Been a huge part of them building on this lead.
Landry makes the free throw and extends this lead to 15 points. Well, just a great job Jesuit's done so far today.
Jesuit's lead extended to 16 points with just over 3 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
A nice little fadeaway jumper. Can't get it to fall. Oh, almost gets his own rebound. Rebound by Landry. Oh, my goodness. The effort by Caleb Rayburn. Shooting a great turnaround jumper. Doesn't get it to fall. Gets his rebound. Gets to take it away, then steals it right back. Really showing a lot of hustle and effort. You know, a head coach, Dennis Murphy, for the South Medford Panthers has got to like what he just saw there from number 34, Caleb Rayburn, the 6'5" senior.
Yeah, Rayburn doing a nice job following his shot. You know, players are always taught to follow their shot after they shoot it, and it's for that reason right there, to get the offensive rebound and an extra possession for his team.
Yeah, it's definitely something hard to remember to do when you're in the moment, when you're shooting a shot. You put all your focus in on that shot, and you don't necessarily think about what would happen if you missed it. You have to put yourself in the mindset that you're going to make it, but definitely a great job there by Caleb Rayburn getting his rebound and doing some nice hustle plays as well.
Yeah, and why don't we take a moment to congratulate Coach Zimmerly and the Jesuit High School volleyball team. They won the state championship this year, finished with a perfect record, only lost 2 sets, and that's really impressive this season considering all the matches that they played.
Yeah, they were ranked 4th in the nation. That's definitely just such an incredible feat for the Jesuit women's volleyball team. Definitely make sure you go and check out some of their gameplay. Ended up winning the state championship against Central Catholic. Had a bunch of great players on that team, most notably junior Nicole Peterson, who was named Player of the Year and First Team All-State. Now the ball is inbounded for South Medford. Ascari Carter has trouble getting the ball. He's able to get it, though. It's Christian Hall Sutton now driving baseline, dishes it off to Rayburn. He can't get it, but he'll get the foul. And Caleb Rayburn will go to the line for 2.
Looks like Reed Busey was going for the block there. Unfortunately, just hitting the arm of number 34, Rayburn.
Personal foul, charge to number 14, Ryan McAvoy.
No call the foul on Ryan McAvoy.
And he's fouled out. And that means Ryan McAvoy is fouled out. In comes Matthew Hickman.
Ryan McAvoy not even in on the play, but he'll be given the foul, and he's out for the game.
It's kind of a battle to see who had lost longer between Cameron English and Ryan McAvoy.
Cameron English sitting out right now with the 4 fouls that he has.
Yeah, they decided to pull the plug on him so far. They might put him back in, though, with about a minute to go. There's now Malcolm Porter taking it up. Jesuit currently up 14 points here. The nice driving bucket by Colin Landry to get the foul and the bucket. Jesuit's done a good job of not only when they get to the line, but making the shot to get fouled. Plenty of and-one opportunities so far here today for the Crusaders.
That was a nice job there with Colin Landry to take his man off the dribble and finish through traffic. We'll see if Landry can convert here on another free throw.
And he will. Extends Jesuit lead to 17 points here with about 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Up and down. That's going to be called an up and down on Caleb Rayburn. Never mind, jump ball called. But it will be possession Crusaders regardless. Now Malcolm Porter will take it up.
That was a great job there by Colin Landry to come over and help out Matt Hickman and force the jump ball.
A nice driving bucket by Cameron Parker. A good move to drive inside. Really had a good game so far today.
As Jesuit's lead has blown up to 19 points, their biggest lead tonight.
Wonder if they can hit the big 2-0. Definitely going to be something they're going to look for. Cameron Parker really blew the gate open for Jesuit as they were down 4-0. Oh, good block there by Reed Busey. They were down 4-0 early, and Cameron Parker came in and made a couple quick buckets on fast break opportunities. Really set Jesuit up for success. There's now a quick shot here off the inbounds. Won't get it. Rebound by Rayburn.
Yeah, Medford right now struggling to get the ball in the hoop as time is ticking off that clock.
Rayburn looking and kicks it to Connor Carroll. Kicks to Washington. Washington with a good jumper. But it's air ball as Cameron Parker's going to push it up the court. He'll take it for 20. He gets it. Jesuits lead now up to 21 points. They hit the big 2-0 with about 52 seconds remaining in the game. A nice little jumper there. Won't fall. Washington with the rebound, and he gets the bucket. Well, if you're a South Medford fan, you got to like what you've seen so far today from Josh Washington. He's really had a great game so far, doing everything for South Medford. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but he's really done anything you could have asked from him today. Even had a dunk, a nice two-handed slam earlier on.
Yeah, and it looks like as time ticks off this clock, as Jesuit will come out with the victory.
And improved to 3-0 in the season, undefeated.
Undefeated with probably their toughest test yet to come on Tuesday night at Central Catholic.
It's been a fun game to watch.
Jesuit just going to dribble the clock out now, and they will go away with the victory.
Jesuit will walk away victors in this one by 19 points, 60-41. A great game. And stick around because after this game, we got the Jesuit women's game coming on. I'm Ben Blessington alongside Christian Thurley. Good night.
For the Crusaders, Colin Landry had 19 points.